Hey, what's up? Andy Benson here. Listen, today's video that I wanted to shoot for you is all to do with how to build a list. How to build a list of targeted people who are already hungry for what you have to offer, so that you can literally just create that list and then you can go out and you can give them what they want. Now, if you've been watching my videos for any length of time now, then you'll know that I love to create content to help people to create a life of freedom, to be able to work from home, to be able to make money leveraging the internet, and to be able to build a long-term sustainable business for themselves by using the internet as a tool and as a platform to create that freedom, to create that lifestyle that people want. We've been able to do that. We've been able to create a multiple six-figure business here in the UK. We've done over 7 figures in sales online over the past few years. I'd love to share that journey with you too. So the video today, like I said, is going to be talking about how to build a list of targeted people, how to get leads coming into your business and build that list. If you've never seen one of my videos before, then click the subscribe button. Make sure that you click on the bell notification as well, which means that when I send new content out, you'll get a notification of that content. You'll be able to go and watch that and benefit from that. And then later on, what I'll do is I'll give you my #1 recommendation for being able to start a home-based business, being able to work, from the comfort of home and create that life of freedom and that lifestyle that so many people desire, that we've been able to achieve. So let's get right into the training now, and I'll talk to you about building a list. Most people, when it comes to online strategies, or let's put it this way, most companies who have an online presence to do with their bricks and mortar business, they don't really understand how to generate new leads, how to get new customers coming into that business. Maybe they just have what we call a website. So they might just have a website online. So they've got an offline store over here. So this is their actual bricks and mortar store. And then they have a website online. So people will come to the store, so they'll get visitors coming into the store from their locality, and then in the online world, they're looking to grow and expand from their locality as to where their store actually is. So they have a website online in the hope that they're going to get more visitors coming to that website. And obviously this is what we call traffic online. Okay, anybody who visits a website, literally whether you're visiting Facebook, YouTube like you are now, and you've made that hit on that particular page, that is traffic. You are traffic to that website. And so business owners wanting to grow and scale their business are looking for an online presence so that they can increase the traffic that they get offline here by adding online traffic, online customers. But the problem is that they don't understand how to generate leads. They don't understand how to build that list of customers or list of prospects that are already interested in what they have to offer. What they do understand is that people that are online, that they're normally online because they're searching. And the powerful thing about this is that people are searching with intent. Okay, that is incredibly powerful. If you can capture a person who is already searching online with an intent, i.e. an intent to buy, or certainly an intent to look at the stuff you have to offer because they're interested in it, then that is a red hot lead right there. But how do you capture that person? How do you grab that person if all you've got is a website? Well, the problem with websites is that people come, they look around your website, and then they go, they leave. And you've got no control over what they do on that site. You've got no control over where you send them on that site. Because normally speaking, a website is just a page. You'll have your home page, then maybe you'll have an About Us section, maybe you'll have a Contact Us section, and then you'll have your products and your services. So people could be going through all the different pages on your website, having a good look around, and then they leave. Maybe they leave and they go to a competitor, which, most people don't want to hear that, but that's just how it is. We've all done that. I go online, I shop for things, and then I'll go and have a look on a particular site, then I'll go and have a look on another site, and I'll compare prices. it's just human nature. You know, we all want to get a good deal when it comes to online purchases. So maybe for this particular business owner here, that's what's happening. The problem with that is, as we've said, you've no control over that response. They come, they leave. You've no way of getting in contact with those people to say, hey, notice that you visited my store or my website. Here's a great offer that we'd like to present to you. If you could do that right from the very beginning, that would be powerful. In other words, capture that person who has an intent, who's already online searching, and present them with something that is highly, highly conducive, highly congruent with what they were searching for. Let me show you how that's done, because this applies for both offline businesses and maybe even for you if you're looking at starting a home-based business. As we've said, if you're looking to get away from that 9-to-5 grind and you really want to build a life of freedom and a life of security, financial security for you and your family, then I want to show you one of the pillars, one of the main kind of foundational things that we do, that I do as an online business owner, to be able to build a list of highly targeted people who I know are already interested in what I have to offer, and then be able to present that to them. Very, very powerful. Not many people are doing this. Usually it's only online marketers and people who have a real good online presence who use this strategy in their business because they understand it. But you know what? It's a really simple concept, a really simple strategy to get to grips with, and I want to share that with you now. So this is what I do, okay? I don't have a website. I have what we call a sales funnel. You'll have to excuse the traffic outside. It's rather noisy outside the studio here. So I don't have a website, I have what we call a sales funnel. And inside that sales funnel, I have specific web pages that are designed to, they're designed for one function and one function only. Each of those pages has a purpose. Each of those pages performs a very, very focused function, if you like. And the very, very first page that people visit is what we call, in our sales funnel, is what we call a capture page or a landing page. Now, by definition on Google, I think a landing page is just classed as, you know, the first page people land on your website, which kind of, you know, you can kind of understand why they're called a website, why they're called a landing page, if that's the first page they land on. But in our industry, what we do as online business owners, the first page, that landing page, the capture page, has one specific purpose, and that purpose is to capture a lead. So the capture page will be a page like any other web page, but on that page will be a particular headline. Maybe there'll be a video, maybe there'll be a video of me explaining who I am, what it is I do, and how I can help that particular person who's been looking. Okay, so here we've got a guy over here who's been looking online, all right? And this guy, let's call him Joe. Now, Joe's been looking online, wanting to be able to build a home-based business, wanting to be able to leverage the internet to make money from home, to make money online, and to build an online business. So Joe's been online, he's been looking, he's been searching, and maybe he's been onto YouTube, maybe he's been onto Google, and he's been typing in, you know, ways to make money online, how to start a home-based business, something along those lines. And he will then come and find my capture page. Okay, maybe prior to finding that capture page, maybe Joe went to a video. Maybe he found a video on YouTube and that video directed him to my capture page. But ultimately, I want whatever method I choose to use, and you know, we can talk about this part of what we do on another occasion in terms of how do you target the right kind of traffic to come to your capture page. Ultimately, this is what I want. I want this guy who's searching for what I've got to be able to come to my capture page. And on my capture page, there'll be a little box here and maybe a little button here as well. That box will be asking Joe, hey, glad you found me. In a nutshell, I've got exactly what you're looking for, Joe. I can show you how to break free from that 9-to-5 grind. I can show you how to build a home-based business. I can show you how to create a life of freedom for you and your family, to have time freedom, to have financial freedom, to be secure. I'll send you some information, but in order for me to do that, I need you to give me your email address, and I'll pop that on an email for you. So Joe thinks, fantastic, this is exactly what I've been looking for. See the power of intent, the power of searching with intent. And he will put his email address in here, click on this button, and then when that happens, when Joe puts his email address in here and clicks on the little button to say, send me the information, two things are going to happen, all right? Number one, that email address is captured, hence the name capture page. That email address is captured into a very, very neat piece of software that we run called an autoresponder. Now, there are lots of different autoresponders around, and again, I will shoot another video on what an autoresponder is and why you need to have one in your online business. Super important that you have this. This is the piece of software that enables me to create and build my lists of people. So as Joe comes along, pops his name into that capture page box, clicks on the button, the first thing that happens is that piece of software, that autoresponder, collects his email address. And Joe, along with anybody else who comes along and all these other people who may be searching for the same thing that Joe's searching for, when they come to my capture page, they'll put their name in there, their email address in there, they'll click on the box, and my autoresponder will start to build me a list of all these interested people who are hungry for what I have to offer. This is the list building process right here. So this is my list of Joes and everybody else along with them. And what happens is inside this piece of software, inside my autoresponder, I can pre-write out a series of emails that can then be delivered automatically, hence the word autoresponder. So I can respond to all these people on an automated basis. So I'm not waiting for people to come to my capture page to get their details and then look, right, there's a lead, now I need to get in contact with that person. All this is set up, does it all for me, 24/7, 365 days a year, nothing for me to do. Like clockwork, every single person who comes to my capture page that then goes into my autoresponder on my list will start to receive a series of emails that will go out whenever I decide I want them to go out. So, for example, in my autoresponder, I've got a series of 50, no less than 50 emails that are all pre-written out, and they go out one email per day, every day. So as soon as they opt in, they'll get email 1, and then on day 2, they'll get the next email, day 3, day 4, so on and so forth. You get the idea. Now you can set this however you want, and like I said, we'll talk about this in a bit more detail on another video, how an autoresponder works. But can you see the power in this so far? Is this making sense? Because this is incredibly powerful for anybody who wants to create a life of freedom. Then you've got to be able to free some time to do that. And this allows me to do that because all of this is automated. Every single piece. The second thing that happens is when they ask for that information, I will send that information in email 1. Okay, so this email 1 will be my info email. So in that email, say, hey, thanks for requesting that information. Here it is, and I'll give some information inside that email. They can click on a link, and it will take them to exactly what it is they've been looking for. And this will probably be my sales page. And on my sales page will be a presentation of what it is that this guy Joe is looking for. And all of these emails are designed to do the same thing. Okay, he'll get that information sent to him in email 1. As soon as he clicks this red button here, he'll be captured into my autoresponder. But the second thing that happens, which I haven't mentioned yet, is that the capture page will redirect Joe straight to my sales page immediately. So when he says, yes, do you know what, that's what I've been looking for, send me the information, and he clicks on the button, then I will do that straight away because I know that he's a red hot lead for my business. So I will send him that information straight away by redirecting him straight to my sales page for him to get that information. And then if he chooses to buy, okay, so if he chooses to buy, he will go to the checkout page where he can purchase. Okay, if he chooses not to buy and he chooses to exit or leave my sales funnel, it doesn't matter. I'm not bothered about that. I'm really not worried about that, because even though he's chosen to leave at that point, you know, maybe he started watching that sales video, maybe life gets in the way, you know, maybe the phone rang, you know, the dog started barking, one of the kids started throwing up, whatever, I don't know, you know, things happen and they interrupt people's pattern that they're in at that point. And maybe he thought, do you know what, I'm going to have to come back to this. I can't deal with this now. And he exits to go and do whatever it is he needs to do. Now, if that was just my website and he came to my website, started looking, and then all of that happened in the background and he exited, then Joe would be gone forever. But because of this little process that we've built here, it doesn't matter if Joe leaves. Why? Because I've already got Joe's name and his email address, or certainly at the very least his email address, in my autoresponder. He's on my list here, which means he's going to be getting my emails. And my emails are designed to redirect Joe back to that sales process, back to that sales video on each of those emails to say, hey, notice that you requested some information from me. Have you had a chance to look at that yet? If you haven't, then click on the link here and go and take a look, go check it out. And that will send Joe back into my sales process, even if he chose to leave at the beginning here. Can you see how powerful this is? And the reason this is so powerful is, number one, it means you can capture a lead with intent, someone who's already wanting to buy. Number two, it means that even if they leave the sales process, you've still got opportunity to follow up with them through your email sequence and redirect them back into that sales process. Super powerful. And number three, it's automated. It's all automated, from the traffic generation to the video, to the capture page, to the autoresponder, to the emails going out, to the presentation on the sales page, to even when they go to the checkout page and purchase. All of this is pre-built, pre-set up, completely automated, so that I don't have to sit by my laptop all day long, nor do I have to sit on the phone trying to get hold of Joe saying, hey, I noticed you visited my website, you know, let's have a chat about what it is you're interested in. You know, now maybe if I'm selling something to Joe that is a real high ticket product, and high ticket is something that I get involved with very, very much so in my business, because that enables me to make less sales but a hell of a lot more profit. And again, that is something that I'll discuss with you and show you how that works. You know, maybe on a high ticket close, we might get on a phone call with Joe. You know, if we're closing Joe at $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in terms of product, then that's the kind of sell that you can only do over the phone. But this as far as generating leads, as far as building a list is concerned, in an automated fashion, hopefully you can see how that's done, and that it's super important for you to have one of these, a capture page and an autoresponder. All right, so I hope you found that useful as far as content is concerned. When it comes to building a targeted list of people that are already interested, already hungry in what you have to offer, this is how you build a list, by driving traffic to either a video or driving traffic straight to a capture page that will then collect their details in an autoresponder, so you can start to build your list and then retarget those people and remarket to those people back to your sales offer, whatever it is that you're offering. So hopefully you found that interesting, and this is just one of the many mechanisms that we have in place here in our home-based business that's enabled us to create a life of freedom for ourselves. So if that's something that you're interested in, if you're interested in looking at ways to automate things so that you're not having to work harder or work more hours, but you can use a certain amount of hours to work really smart and free time for you and your family, if you're looking to create financial freedom by building a home-based business, if you're looking to do that and work from the comfort of home and leverage the power of the internet to build an online business using these kind of cool strategies that we use. And trust me, this is not difficult. I am not technically minded at all. If I can do this, I'm sure you can. If that's something that really appeals to you right now, then underneath this video there will be a link which will take you to what I consider to be my #1 recommendation on how to build a home-based business, leveraging tools and systems like this. Really, really cool educational platform that will help you to start and build your very own home-based business, create that financial security, create that time freedom for you and your family, and you can start today doing that. So check that out. Click on the link below, have a look at my #1 recommendation, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.